So, officially welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. I really, really love to see all of your faces. Those of you that are with the video off, that's totally fine. I would love to see your faces and your smiles, and I'd love to see you play. But it's I completely understand also. Some of you are probably on the way listening to us, like on the car or on the way somewhere. Thank you for joining. Thank you for making the effort to be part of this. This is huge for us. Um, we are here, Amit in Australia, Libby in Costa Rica. Such a pleasure to work with these two. Um, and as you know, we are Music Flows, uh, and you are also part of it now. Um, it's a new beginning. You are with us in the very start of this. So I cannot thank you enough for choosing to take the time and joining uh, and tuning in to this masterclass. It's the second one in the series we're making, playing with confidence or the path to confidence. We decided to really go in deep to this subject because of of knowing how difficult it can be to play in front of people, and how much confidence it takes, and how much practice and time it took me, or Amit will share from his experience how much time it took me to get to a point where I'm confident enough so I can play, even if I'm feeling really excited, even if I'm feeling really nervous, even if there is a family member in the crowd, or even if it's just me playing in front of my friends for the first times. But those first times are um, exciting or difficult, you know. So I'm sure some of you experienced that as well. Some of you might be more experienced. Some of you are more beginners. We created a practice sequence for you today. Amit will show and demonstrate the sequence. Today is focused around strumming techniques. And with this, I give it to you, Amit, to share about the technique we're about to learn. And yeah, anything else from you?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nathan. Thank you everyone for joining us and being with us. It is very, very exciting. So, a few words about my path. My name is Amit, and I play the guitar for 15 years, which is exactly half of my life. And I can say that maybe until 7 years ago, I I was just going with the flow with the guitar, and I didn't really focus on practicing. And I did encountered a lot of confidence problem that led me to start a journey of practicing. And I think the exercise I would like to share today, it's an exercise that I think it was the first practice I actually started doing after the first 7 years, when I actually wanted to start building a real foundation, and I decided I actually want to do it. And I learned it from a flamenco player 9 years ago, I think, 9 years ago in Byron Bay. Um, yeah, and basically we talked about confidence, and confidence is it's a big issue in musicians, at least to me, and I find it finds me, and I find this issue um, throughout all of my journey with music. And I found that for me, the real foundation to make things a bit easier for me in terms of confidence, to feel more safe playing next to other people, is just understanding more. And the real foundation of understanding music for me, it's the frame of the rhythm. And what we're starting to deal with today is, first, it's a strumming pattern, but it's a very simple strumming pattern. The real thing that we want to practice is to feel the one. Feel the one. What does it mean? It means that we know exactly when we're starting and when we're finishing a sequence. And it's true for when you finger pick into, and it's true in every aspect of music. If Natan wants to share something about it, you're always welcome.
Sure, I will jump in if I have something to say.
Beautiful. I want to show you something that some of you for sure familiar with, and maybe some of you less familiar with it. It's called a bar. And the bar in music is basically a frame that is a division of rhythm. It's a section of rhythm, and it's a sequence. And the bar can be, if we play in finger picking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of my students, I find that their actual problem, once they covered the knowledge of how the chord looks and how to make the transition, the real problem that they're facing is understanding the frame they are in. And because this frame is not just a bar, is not just the 1, 2, 3, 4. There is also the next sequence, the next loop. And we need to be in tune with it all the time, because if we're not in time in the next loop, this is when people notice. The player play the right chord or play the right note. What my ear and my heart, in a way, care about is if he went to the chord on the right time. Yeah, beautiful. So why is that? Because our bodies, as we listen to music, our bodies are used to feel the rhythm. They used to feel the one. When you're dancing to music, when you're going to an ecstatic dance or to a club, there is always rhythm happening, and our bodies are in tune in it. This is how we know to dance, yeah? Because when we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is just the most simple way of counting. So this is why when an audience listening to you, even if the audience is just friends, they will notice if you're not there in time. They will not notice what happens in the melody or in the harmony. Only if they are musicians, but then this is for different resolutions later. So basically, as I said, the 1, 2, 3, 4, the bar doesn't end with the 4. With the 4, we have a beginning of the next bar, which is the 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay? Now, what I want to talk about today is how to divide the beats. So we have the bar, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the section. And there are beats in between each number. Yeah, we have a beat between 1 and 2. 1, 2. So this space, the concept that I want to dive into is the space in between that beat. This space can be divided into different things, basically. So the first thing is to divide it in a half. So let's say we take the space between 1 and 2 and we zoom in. Okay, and we have all this space in between the 1 and 2. It's a lot. So I did an and here because this is the way I'm used to count. If I want to count exactly in half. I will show you the first part of this practice. So the first part of the practice starts with your head and it starts with your ear and perhaps with your body too. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a metronome. Try to show it. Metronome is basically a device. It used to be a physical device that moves tack, 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 tack. It's essentially a click. It's just a click that shows you the rhythm. Okay. I used an app called Soundbrenner. I'll put it in the group after. I like this app. Basically, we choose the rhythm and the tempo. The tempo now is 58. Can you guys hear it? Beautiful. If you noticed, I like the settings where the 1 is higher because we need to understand where the 1 is. Okay? 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this bar, the 1, 2, 3, 4, this rhythm, is something that musicians need to adapt to understand that this happens in the background all the time. It's a train that it's running and running and running when we play. And we can't miss this train if we want to sound a bit more professional. We need to jump on this train on the right time. Perhaps when we start to get more complicated in music and more sophisticated, sometimes some people find their way around it. But the base and the foundations of being a real good player is this. So all the time we need to have it in our heads. It's running, and when we hear the click that is higher, ta 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 ta, the higher one shows me 1. We started a new loop, new sequence. Okay, so the first part of this exercise is actually just really to feel it and understanding. Okay, maybe for some people it's clear and for some people it's a bit less clear. Understanding that the 1 is the top note. And then the second one is to start to divide it. So as I showed you, we want to divide it in half. And for that, you can basically use whatever consonant or whatever words you'd like. But I like to use and when I want to divide in half, in 2. Basically, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the first exercise, it starts in your head, in your mind. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And I encourage you to start doing it when you listen to music, or maybe perhaps with your leg, just tapping your legs on the floor, just feeling all the time in your body. Once it will be in your body and in your head, it will be in your hands. So the first exercise, now we're starting to practice with the guitar. Okay, so what we're doing, we're gonna use strumming, the strumming technique. Okay, we mute the strings. If you guys don't understand what muting the strings means, it's basically you're just placing them, you don't press, you try to arrive to the point that it sounds like a percussion more than a guitar. It sounds like a percussive instrument. Can everyone hear it well? Okay, let's just float around with this a little bit just so you feel that. And I encourage you also to try that every time you play, it sounds the same. It has the same volume. It has a balanced foundation. This will help us also develop our dynamics in playing. Okay? Now, let's start with just marking the ones. The 1, 2, 3, 4, the beats. Now, in order to be in the rhythm, I'm gonna use my body and the flow of my body and the natural rhythm. What does it mean? It means that when I strum, I also go back with my hand, but I don't strum back. Okay? One word about the technique of strumming. I encourage you, do it from the wrist and not from your shoulder. Don't move your hand rather than the wrist. Cool. So what I encourage you to do now, before we get to the metronome, just try to find your natural rhythm, and when you do one, you do end. The end is in the air. You don't touch the string, but it will help you maintain rhythm. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's try to do it with a metronome. Okay, so I'm gonna say it a few times because I think it's very important to start always with understanding it in your head, and that means also verbally to say 1 and 2 and 3. Second is to move it in your body. I always try to make my body also understand that. And then I go to the guitar. Let's listen to the metronome. And let's start with our verbal. And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3. So basically, I show you again. I do 1 and I go back without strumming, just in order to keep the rhythm in our natural movement. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, I encourage you, working on this exercise with a metronome has a very important and magical sweet spot. That sweet spot is that once you're actually locking in that rhythm, that loop, sometimes you can find that the metronome, it just disappears. You're not sure if it works or not. And that means you got into perfection, which is a beautiful thing. You don't have to get there, but if you do get there, just enjoy it. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, we're going to the next step. So just to summarize, so far we learned that this is our frame. It's always our opportunity to get on this train. Okay? Imagine it's a train that is running, and this is the exact perfect moment that if you just jumped forward, you enter the door. And this is how we want to lock into this groove. So what we did so far is we found the 1 and the 2, and we found the middle. Okay? And now I want to speak about the next step. And the next step is, we saw that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and it never stops. This is the train. The next step is triplets. Triplets means dividing this bar, this section, and this loop into 3 equal parts. Okay? Now this is where it gets a bit tricky. But I would like to give you a chance, everyone, to think about it yourself. Okay? Take a moment, and like we did 1 and 2, okay? I'm using ta ka ka. This is verbally what I found. Actually, a very cool drummer that I was learning drumming from showed me how to count it. So I'm gonna play the metronome. Take a moment. Perhaps you can close your eyes. Try to understand how to divide this thing into 3 parts. Now, if you found it, try to move your body with it. Beautiful. If there's anyone that wants to that think that he got it and he wants to try and show everyone, this is your chance. Trying to
I
see if
felt
there's...
it like was like takaka, 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 takaka.
Very good, Ofek. Perfect. Very good. So amazing. First, I love to see someone that has the courage. I barely have the courage. I'm super nervous. So it's beautiful. And yeah, it is how it goes. The triplets, this part of the exercise, actually open our path into African music. It's the rhythm that breaks things, and this is why it's a bit hard to digest sometimes for our Western mind, because in Western music you barely hear triplets, but in African music. So I encourage you to do what Ofek did and just say takaka, 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 takaka. Can be 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Can be whatever you want. Ta ta pa pa ta 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 pa pa ta ta ka ka ka. It's just to make sure whatever tool you have to keep this rhythm going. And with this, I straight away I start to move my shoulders. Okay, let's hear it with the metronome. So first thing first, we do it with our mind. Now, another word about the one. You never want to join a practice in the 2, 3, or 4. You want to start the practice in the 1, because it's not enough only to be on rhythm, but also understanding what is happening on each beat. And going to the 1 is always the most comfortable and the most secure way to be in the thing, in the loop. So if I started it now, 2, 3, 4. Sorry? Anyone? Okay. Takaka, 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 takaka. As you've seen, I didn't start in the right rhythm, and then I adjusted a little bit. And takaka, 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 takaka. Okay, let's say now I feel comfortable. I feel like it's already within me, and now it's time to practice it with the guitar. So I take the guitar, 2, 3, and takaka, 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 takaka. Okay, one word about what happens if you are losing the rhythm. If you fell out of the rhythm, that's fine. It will happen again. I see that someone is raising his hand. Let's see.
Hi, I have a question. Is
Yes.
that's okay? So for the strumming, are you doing down, up, down, down,
Yeah.
or are you doing down, sorry, down, up, down, down again? Like, could you show
Okay.
the strumming a little
Yeah.
bit? Sorry, I've missed the first master class. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. No, it's a really good question, because I didn't explain that. Some things seems clear to me, and that's where I learn as a teacher. So thank you for that. So basically, in this way of strumming, we're not equal. This is where we get into a flow. So we do 1, it's down, 2, up, 3. and then we find ourselves down, and then we do up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So basically the one, every time the first out of the three will be to a different direction. Elizabeth, is that answering your question?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Great question. There are a lot of encouragements today, but I really encourage you to allow yourself, okay? Allow yourself to move. Many of the guitar players that I see that start, the beginners, they feel like they're not allowed to move. They're not allowed to maybe act like a musician, you know? Allow yourself to move with it. Allow yourself to feel the groove. Feel yourself. Don't be shy. It really helps when you move your head. You don't see, but I also tapping with my leg all the time, with my feet. Let's do it again with the rhythm. 3 and taka 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 taka. It's a dance basically. Yeah. Again, our body is smarter than us. Allow yourself to move. It's smarter than us. Now, I was about to say, if you find yourself slipping out of the rhythm, okay, losing the rhythm, not never, when you feel in control, it's okay, but if you feel like you're out of control, you lost it, don't try to fix as you go. Stop and wait for the next one. Always wait for the next door of the train so you can enter the train again. I'll show you an example. Okay, I missed it. I stop. 2, 3, 4. Taka ka taka ka taka ka taka ka taka ka taka ka taka taka ka taka ka taka. Missed it? Okay, wait again. 2. And taka ka taka ka taka ka. And keep the metronome running, because this is how you understand the train is not waiting for us. We need to lock in the rhythm of the train. Okay, beautiful. So far we did one. We did one end. Takaka, triplets. And now we're gonna talk about how dividing this beat to 4 equal parts. Okay, so to 4 equal parts, you can count again however you want. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. You can do taka 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 taka. I'll give you a second to try, everyone, to do that. Again, try to feel your body and try to understand in your mind and verbally also. Okay. Anyone that is not Ofek wants to show us the answer, how to divide it?
I think I know, maybe.
Yes, beautiful.
Is taka kaka taka kaka taka kaka taka kaka taka kaka taka kaka.
Perfection, beautiful. So he did taka kaka. I like to do taka taka because it's kind of, I'm in a loop. taka 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 taka. Yeah, that's exactly the work, is to open your mind, try to think of a different rhythm. Let's do it all together. Taka, 2, 3. Taka 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 taka. And we take the guitar. Opa. 1, 2, 3, and taka 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 taka. Remember the wrist. Taka taka taka. Again. So just reminding you of the wrist. We don't want to do this. We want to work from this kind of screwdriver movement.
Turning on the car, turning the car
Yeah.
on,
Switching.
switching the car on.
Let's try again. Now, as I said before, a very important concept here is to, so let's say this is the 1, okay? I can hit the note, I can hit the guitar, this, I can do it here, exactly here, and sometimes it's a bit here, and sometimes it's a bit there. Sometimes my strumming will be a bit before the 1 and sometimes after the 1. I encourage you to see how it feels, because when you do it a bit after the 1, it feels like pushing forward a bit, and when you do it a bit before the 1, it feels like dragging it back. I'm just gonna give you an example. Now I'm gonna start in the center, and consciously I'm gonna try to do the strum a bit after, so it's a bit more pushing. So this is together, and now I'm gonna try to push it forward. So you can feel that maybe it's a bit more pushing forward. And now I'm gonna do it laying back. And this is dragging us back. So these are the 4 exercises. I'm gonna say it over again. So we have dividing it to 1, we have dividing it to 1 and 2, and we have ta ka ka ta ka ka ta ka ka, and we have 4 ta ka ta ka ta ka ta ka ta ka ta ka ta ka. Now the most important things here are, like, of course, to be on the rhythm and to lock in the rhythm, but also a very important thing here is to try that every strum will sound the same. And then like our foundation is to be that everything is always the same, unless we consciously want to change it. We want to do something else with a different intention. Now, this exercise, for me, it's a lifetime exercise. I'm doing it for 9 years, and I always find myself coming back to it. And always when I share it with new students, I found that I need to do it again. Maybe 6 months I didn't do it. I share it with the students, and then I realize, okay, I need to recalibrate my mind into this thing. So it's a lifetime exercise, and it will help you after a month that you do it, after a week that you do it. It will help you a lot. Now I'm going to show you some next levels of this exercise. Okay, so the first level is, as we did, we play the metronome, and we do and then we okay, we did that. Usually my method is to do something perfect 5 times in a row. So let's say I did this 5 times. 2, 3, 4. First time. 1, 2, third. So 5 rounds. Fourth. And 5. This is for me an indication that I feel comfortable with something, that I control it. Now, the next level, basically, I will go to each one of them and I will do it 5 times. So later on I'll do divide to half. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's say, and so on. We did this 5 times, then I do triplets 5 times, then I do the fourth, taka, 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 5 perfect time, executive, one after another. Now I will want to do them without stopping. Okay, so let's see. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight away. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Straight to tak, 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 tak. This is tricky. It will take you a moment. I lost it. And I go back to the 1. Nothing happened. We lost it. We stop. We go back to the 1. Straight to tak, 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 and 1. And back up. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and tak, 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 tak. Okay, any questions so far?
Yes, one. So when you do the triplets, what's your strumming pattern? Because I always find myself going into my one strumming pattern, and it's very hard for me to break out of this.
Okay, so the strumming pattern, okay, and this is always a transition to triplets. For us in Western world, it's always a bit odd. The strumming pattern here is you strum down, up, down, and then your hand is already down, yeah? So all you need to do is go up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up.
Mm-hmm.
Did you understand that?
Yes, I did. Just need to see if my hand is doing the same. Yeah.
Let's try. Let's try.
Okay.
Very slow. So follow
down.
me. Down, up, down, and your hand stays down. Now up, down, up. Yeah. Cool.
If I can.
Again, let me see. Yeah, I personally use this kind of position with my hands too. Yeah, and just with a nail. Exactly. Now you see that you do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I encourage you to take it a bit slower, so it's always in a loop. It's always on a roll. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there is no pause in between. We need to understand that it's not section by section. We'll learn it section by section, but it's a flow. It's a roll. Very good. Yeah, very good. I will upload also videos that shows that. I wanna before we're starting to kind of open the space a bit more. I want to just finish with the Natan. Do you have anything to add before I show the backing track and everything?
Well, I have a little bit to add, but well, I will just say it quickly, okay?
Yeah.
Basically, I just wanted to add about triplets. It is weird for us, and I wanted to give you a few examples where triplets really exist in Western music and that you can relate to it, because I'm sure you've heard those examples. So one is like the valse music. Tum, ta, ta, tum, ta, ta, tum, ta, ta, tum, ta, ta. And another one is trance music. Tagada, dagada, 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 takaka, takata, takaka, 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 takaka. Right? So right now it feels really alien because you are moving from something which is 1, 2, or 1, 2, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ta, 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 ta. So it's a very big transition and it's very, very cognitive. So yeah, music is really asking us to open cognitively, because it's all about coordination and it's all about switching between these different modes. And this is a perfect example to start from something which is not easy, but it is a good start. It's not the most complicated. And another way that you can imagine these transitions is kind of like the difference between walking and running. So imagine that you are walking in the street, but then you realize that you need to catch the bus that is 100 meters away and it just pulled off and you really need to get that bus. So from walking, you immediately go into running. So this is that transition from one, da, da, to the 1 and 2 and 3. And you can think about it like switching gears. And that triplets is a very odd gear in the middle that you kind of have to get used to. Yeah, that's a little bit from me about it. I also want to add, okay, that's for later.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, beautiful. Elizabeth, yeah, let's
Hi.
do one question.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes, I have another question about the triplets actually. So when I say it in my mind, like takaka, takaka, when I'm using a metronome at the same time, does that ta, is it always on the click? Is that how it works?
Exactly. Every ta is the beat because you divide it to 3. Ta, ka, ka, ta, ka, ka. You divide the beat.
Okay. So okay, I understand. Thank you. So it's like I have to be faster then. Yeah. Okay.
If you want to lock in, yeah. Or yeah, I think sometimes it's even easier to go a bit faster, but then always go to the slow one too, because actually the slow one shows you exactly your flows, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, beautiful. Good questions.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just the ta ka ka 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 ta. The ka it's actually the space in between them. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the next levels. Okay, so quick recap. We did 1, 1, and we did 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We did ta ka ka ta ka ka ta ka ka ta ka ka. We did. And now, so we did the pyramid. Yeah, the pyramid we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1 by the practices. And now the exercise is to jump in between them freely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, straight to ta ka ka ta ka ka ta ka ka ta ka ka. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and ta ka 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 ta ka ka ta ka ka. 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what I did now, I did the 1, like the normal one, the simple one, straight to triplets, takaka, then I went back to 1 and then I went to 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. That's for a bit more advanced. You're always welcome to contact us. We're always here in the Music Flows WhatsApp, and the Music Flows Instagram, and in the email. If you need more questions, and I will also organize it and send it in all these platforms. Now I'm gonna just show you. So yesterday I created us a backing track to practice this with, and I created 2 backing tracks to help you out. They are both on, I think, 53, the tempo, and one is with click, one is without click. So if you want to deepen this practice, you can always change the metronome faster, okay? But I encourage you to go faster only when you feel very comfortable and in control. The second way is to go into to start doing it with music. And in music and in rhythm, you have more than just 1, 2, 3, 4. Someone maybe play tap, 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 3, 4, 1, 2, you know? So this is where we need to hold this understanding, this physical understanding even. Where is the one? Where is the one? Okay? I didn't do it too complicated, and I did 2 backing tracks. One is with click, with metronome, and one is without metronome. Libby just posted in the chat the links. It's links that are available for 3 days to download these backing tracks. And let's start with the first one. Let me know if you hear it. Cool. Now, a little disclaimer. Those of you that doesn't have a very strong connection might hear it not synced with my guitar, okay? But there it is. So we have the counting. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Ta, 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 ta. I lost it and ta, 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 ta. Okay, yeah, so again, we start with counting head, mouth, body. If you noticed, when I lose it, I stop and I go back to the 1. It's not, I don't make a drama out of it. I don't get frustrated. I used to. I encourage you, don't. Stay balanced. Understand, okay, I lost it. I go back to it. Because it's very, if you get frustrated, it's gonna build more frustration, and it's gonna make it harder for you. So I encourage you, if you lost the rhythm, be still, go back to the rhythm. Let's listen to it again. So we have the metronome to always show us here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Dance, there's no problem in it. Move your body. One. And we go with the guitar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. I'm sure that for many of you it's still overwhelming. I'm just here to show the path. Again, we're always here on the WhatsApp group, and I encourage you let's all do it for the next 5 days. Now let's listen to the backing track with no click. This is where it becomes more complicated because we don't have this guide. The metronome is our guide. But now we need to develop our inner guide. The inner guide that always feels that rhythm. No metronome. Let's try. One, two, three, four. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Ta ka ka 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 ta ka ta ka ta ta ka 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 ta ka. And with the guitar, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ta ka ka ta ka ka ta ka ka ta 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 ka. Beautiful, guys. This is it's a state of meditation, yeah, because you're like, I find it when I started to do it and I was so intimidated by practicing, I started to take the first steps and I just play the metronome or backing tracks that I found, and I just try to lose myself in it, you know. And I think it's also a beautiful way to just sink into something, get into a synchronization in the morning, in the middle of the day, before you go to sleep, whenever you have time for it, just to take this moment. It really, for me, it became a feeling of home, you know, just to lock in the groove. And this is what I wanted to give to you today, as Martin Lartigawa, which is the guy that taught me that 9 years ago, introduced me to this and actually started the path of practicing for myself. So yeah, I cannot say better words about it. I really recommend it because I love this exercise. Even though it's a bit technical, it's really, really good, and it will add a lot of foundation to your rhythm. That was the exercise and the new challenge. Again, let's try to do it for 5 days, as long as you can. As long as you can. If you have 2 minutes, it's good. If you have 5 minutes, it's good. Remember, it's better to do something a little bit every day, even if it's 2 minutes, than do 1 hour once a week, because our mind learns a lot and soaks a bit of information when we sleep. So if we sleep on something and we catch up with it the next day, this is how you really, really, really develop improvement. And I can really promise you will feel the improvement. I'm sure if you did the last challenge of Natan, you felt the improvement. That's it. Natan had a pizza example to give us, right? A metaphor.
Well, those of you who know me or like had some lessons with me know that I really like to describe rhythm like a pizza. So basically, the pizza comes out of the oven. It's a whole pizza, and it's just one pizza. And then we come and we slice it in the middle. We get 2 equal parts, you know? And then we slice it again. We get 4 equal parts. And we could take each slice, each quarter, if you think about it, we could take each quarter and divide it into 3, right? And then we would have 12 pieces. The pizza metaphor is meant to just introduce you to this concept of that loop or that bar. But Amit already did a great job explaining that. So I just wanted to, if you needed an extra image to how to if to kind of imagine what the rhythm is like. You can imagine yourselves running around a very big pizza, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, counting as many pieces of pizza you have there. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have problems, again, contact us. We are all in this together on different levels. Yeah, it's really amazing when people tell me that I'm good with guitar, because there are so many people that I feel so bad at guitar and at music with. Doesn't matter how long I practice and how much I practice, there's always someone that I feel uncomfortable or inconfident next to, and we're all in this. Everyone is in this. So here we build a community, and there is the group. Feel free. We're really happy to have this connection.
Yes, and just some last words. I just wanted to really make the connection here between the last masterclass we did and this one. Now you basically have two practices that you could do, like, for example, 5 minutes on this one and then 5 minutes on that one. And that becomes a very effective 10-minute practice, that you can, if you keep that consistent 3, 4, 5 times a week, you are going to excel like you have no idea.
Also, if someone missed the last workshop, it's on our website. We'll post it again. We'll give you the links. You can find it on the top of our website.
Yes, whatever you need, whatever questions are coming, please. We love that. We love to receive questions. I will also want to add another word for those of you that strumming is a bit new to, or finger picking is a little bit new to. The first course we posted on the Music Flows platform is called The Fundamentals of the Guitar, where I'm teaching the fundamental techniques that makes a guitar player. It's basically finger picking, strumming, and picado technique, which is, for those of you who don't know what picado is, it's for you to discover. These are 3 basic techniques that makes a guitar player, basically. This is the foundation, plus some of the fundamental music theory in there, and it's all connected and it's all put together onto the guitar. So if you need a guide to dive into fundamental techniques and fundamental understanding of music, it's there and it's waiting for you. We actually, so we have a few things for you guys. First of all, the backing track is available to download. This is something really special. You don't really find in the internet good backing tracks, or ones that are, really suitable, and somebody really made an effort to make something that would really feel nice and make things more fun. So Amit, great production on this backing track. I love it. So it's available for you to download, so you can have it on your own devices, on your laptop or on your phone. So you can practice with it and have more fun while practicing. And we also just introduced a monthly membership to Music Flows, but we also have a 20% discount for you for the yearly membership. So links are in the chat. Links will be in the WhatsApp group as well. It's available for 24 hours. We love the fact that you are with us, guys. We love it so much. It's been life-changing weeks for me since we launched the platform. And I'm becoming so immersed in building this community. For me, it's all the foundation of this is community. And I cannot wait to meet you somewhere around the world, make music together, practice together, do a bunch of fun stuff together in a beautiful place somewhere, and meet in person. But until then, I love to meet you here. So our next masterclass is probably going to be with Sophia Tuv, because the next course we're releasing to the platform is a voice alchemy course with Sophia Tuv, who is an incredible singer. If you don't know her, I really recommend you get to know her work. One more word about the future of Music Flows. I'm on my way to Costa Rica right now. And one of the reasons is because I'm going to meet a brother called Uriah Tzur, and we're producing a course with him. It's about singing circle facilitators. So if you are facilitating music, if you're facilitating spaces, whether it's a sharing circle, a ceremony of some kind, a woman's circle, a men's circle, or if you want to facilitate a singing circle, this course is going to basically give you the tools and the encouragement and the qualification to do it with step-by-step guides and tips and whatnot. Songs that Uriah is going to teach you how to play. So this is our nearest future. We also have a course about live looping. If any one of you is already in the stage where they want to play around with a loop station, I am definitely waiting for that course because it's the one that I've been waiting for to improve my looping. So there is a live looping course with a really talented guy called Idan, and there is a performance course by Ben, which is for anyone who is going to be playing in front of people or sharing music in front of people, how to overcome insecurities, how to overcome feeling a little bit embarrassed, how to look to the camera directly and say what you have to say, bring yourself authentically and vulnerably. I'm really looking forward for that course as well. Couple of last things, and then we close officially and we open for more questions if anyone will stay and want to ask another question. So we have a PDF to download that will take you basically step by step what we did today, the practice we did today. And we also have like a little, Google form with a few questions if you would like to help us to shape the future of Music Flows. These are a few questions for you. So all will be sent in the chat, in the group. You're all so welcome to contact any of us in person as well with anything. And
anytime,
that's it,
because
I
we're
think.
in 3 different time zones, so we can also
That's true.
24/7. Yeah, the PDF also I'm gonna edit a little bit and send an improved version because of the questions that people had here that actually opened my mind to different ways to present it. Thank you so much, Natan. And yeah, the future, we're excited about the new courses. That's it. I think we can open the space for questions, for any question you guys have. Yeah.
Questions, please.
So with the membership for the year, do you have like different models, or is it like recorded master classes, or do you meet up in live sessions?
The yearly membership, it includes all of the courses that we're going to release this year. At the moment, we have Natan's course, which is the fundamentals of the guitar. There is another option to also get 3 private sessions with Natan or with myself as part of it. Of course, access to all of our groups, communication medias, and yeah, basically every course that is going to be on the platform, which it's going to be 6 courses this year. Yeah, that's the yearly membership. Any more questions? Yeah,
I have
Mar.
one question. First of all, hello guys. It's beautiful to be here and thank you for opening the space. It's motivating me a lot. I have a question with this practice, if we should always practice it with muting the strings. And can you please show me one time without like muting? I would love to hear the sound with this practice.
Definitely, definitely. So you can open it. You can also try it without muting the strings, of course. Look, there is not much dynamics in this practice, more than really understanding where the one is. So it's not I wouldn't use it for like 3. It's quite 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's very practical to understand the one, but if I would want to play it with open strings, I would probably find my ways around it to make it more dynamic, because I don't want to play all the strings together. So I would do something more 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I will basically, this is the foundation to just give you first the feeling on the strings, and the second is to really get you to the one, and it makes you a foundation that you will be able to get creative with it. So maybe I would want my one to always be on the bass notes. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, it's a very good foundation. Sometimes it's very nice, you also play triplets, even if you don't play the 2, because if you do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, you only play on the ones, you're still in the triplets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So it's just the foundation of rhythm. Then we can do so much with it. We can do so much. If you choose to miss beats, you're still playing triplets or the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, but you are only marking different things. It's like in a way you have all the words in the world, but you want to use the right word, and you want to find the right combination of words to say something that is powerful. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mar.
Yeah.
It's really good to see you practicing every week also.
And if I can say, just to add to this, please try without muting the strings. But when we are muting the strings, we hear much, much more clearly. It's a much clearer mirror to where if you're accurate, basically if you're accurate. So it's a very, very good way to practice, because it's giving you like the very, very clear mirror, and it helps you improve. And then you go into playing your songs with open chords or whatever, and you see that your right hand is super confident and it's there and it's playing for you. You don't have to think about it that much. You can enjoy. You are more open. You're not more available because your hand is experienced and confident.
Yeah, it's like the hand knows how to walk already. It doesn't need to think about each step. But then when it wants to go, it can arrive to beautiful places because now it knows how to walk, right? It's I see it like unlocking new tools. You unlock another tool. You unlock the difference between the Western thinking of music to African music. You just open another door. So when you have the inspiration and the melodies, you have a really strong foundation to express it. Because in the end, all of our idea is to just create a better foundation to express ourselves and to get creative.
More
Do we have
questions
other
before we
questions?
end?
Yeah, looks like no questions.
Wonderful. So, guys, I'm officially
Francie? Maybe
closing.
Francie? Francie? No, okay, sorry.
No, she was waving goodbye, I think.
Okay.
Wonderful. So I'm officially closing the masterclass. Thank you so much for joining and for being part of
Thank
it.
you, Dan.
We love you.
Thank you so much. I
Thank
myself,
you.
I overcame a few of confidence problem thanks to you guys too. So I appreciate it a lot.
The big service that we're doing to everyone is doing to themselves, the big service by being here, really. So yeah, from our hearts, really, thank you for participating and coming and being here. Yeah, invite your friends, ask all the questions in the world that you have, and yeah, share with us your practice. This time we're not challenging to do it for 5 days, but we are also, yeah, we are inviting you to practice in those next few days. Please share videos in the group. You don't know how much it supports and helps the others to see that you are practicing and you are overcoming the fear of maybe sharing something like that in the group, because it can be like, it's obviously a little bit
Intimidating.
yeah, it's like a step out of the comfort zone for most people, for me for sure. So you don't know how much it supports the others if you do it. So please, please, please share your progress with us, so yeah, you can encourage other people. Thank you. All right,
Thank you.
so I'm ending the recording now. Thank you for everybody that is watching the replay as well. Thank you everybody for joining live. See you in the next masterclass.